Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Superhero Chronicles. I am AJ Legend here to give you yet another review. This time, we're going to be covering the movie that started it all for Marvel's initial run with their cinematic movies. The original X-Men, directed by Bryan Singer. The movie that brought us Hugh Jackman. Now, I saw this movie when it first came out when I was 10 years old, and I loved it at first. I thought it was really good. Watching it now, uh, it, to me, in some areas, like it still holds up. Then there are other aspects where it's like, it's dated. But overall, it does not affect the quality of the film. The movie itself is still fun to watch. The performances are great. You know, going back and watching it now, McKellen and Patrick Stewart have incredible chemistry, and they barely share any screen time. That's what's so good about it. They hardly share any screen time, but the way they edited to have their dialogue exchanges when they're not on screen, it works. It feels natural, and they have a. You can feel the rapport between the two, which is great. Which is great on Bryan Singer's part because he is a good. He knows how to direct, and that's one of the key things of a movie is that if the director knows how to direct, he can make you believe almost anything in his movies. And Bryan Singer is one of those directors that can make you believe that even if these guys share zero screen time, their dialogue exchanges say a whole lot. And I love how they don't. And I love that when Xavier is telling Wolverine and how the whole school came about. I love how it's all done in dialogue and it's not done through flashbacks. Like because you get to paint the picture in your mind of when Xavier says, "Oh, me and Magneto started the school, and all you, he helped me build Cerebro." They don't show flashbacks of that. They're like it's all done verbally, and you get the imagination of how that could happen, which I think is good too, which I also like. Like the human mind can make scenarios that a movie just can't do. And something like that, hey, I can picture that, and I like it. Uh, Other things I like, I like Tyler Mane as Sabretooth, but unfortunately, Sabretooth is just regulated to just a henchman, and they briefly hint at the history of him and Wolverine, but it's like it's so brief. If you were to sneeze, you would miss it. That's how brief it is. It kind of sucks because Sabretooth and Wolverine have a long, rich history. And one of the big knocks I have against the X-Men movies is that they don't have enough Sabretooth and Wolverine. Because pretty much the majority of Wolverine's history is connected with Sabretooth. And I hope that the Logan movie coming out soon hopefully brings back Sabretooth and they do more with that. I doubt it, but I want to see it as a fan. Anyway, pretty much Magneto and of course Magneto and McKellen's Magneto is great. Magneto's whole thing in this movie is that he has this device, this machine that will transform the humans into mutants. But the thing is that a human's DNA and a mutant's DNA are so different that the human's DNA can't really hold the mutation, and it just disappeared. Um, he used Senator Kelly, played by Bruce Davison, as the guinea pig, and Senator Kelly ended up dying because his body rejected the mutation because his DNA, his genetic makeup is not conformed to that. So pretty much, Magneto's going to kill the world leaders because that's his thing. His idea is to turn the world leaders into mutants so that his plight can be heard. It's a stretch, it's a reach, but you know what? For a movie like this, you need something to get the ball rolling. Uh, I think the main criticism I got with this movie is that it's more of a setup movie than it is a character study. And you can tell this movie is just it's a setup. You're introducing the characters, introducing the personalities, introducing what they are, and you got this villain scheme up there just as you have something for the X Men to do. So while the movie is good, it's just not great. And this is a good, solid movie. Um, Another gripe I have is that the main criticism of the original trilogy is Cyclops, and I agree. Cyclops is wasted. This movie, the first X Men movie, is probably the most you'll ever see. Is probably the most you'll get of Cyclops because in the other two, yeah, not enough. Really, not enough. And like some of the best things about Cyclops is that his is the way he commands the X Men in the field, and like the way and how he doubts himself as a field leader is like when he has to make the tough calls, like, and he has the conflict of making those tough calls. Like I want to see something like that. I want to see he and Jean actually have a developed romance because in the movie they're just together, but they hardly share any dialogue that's meaningful, which is weak. The foundation of his rivalry with Wolverine is like laid up, but they don't really go anywhere with it, which kind of sucks because Cyclops and Wolverine have that good little rivalry going on. But with that being said, they do have one exchange that I think is fucking hilarious. Near the end of the movie, during the big climax, and like Mystique had just impersonated Wolverine in a prior scene. So when they see Wolverine, Cyclops is like, prove that you're Wolverine. And Wolverine's just like, you're a dick. And Cyclops is just like, checked out, okay. I love that every time I see it because it's like, yeah, Cyclops knows Wolverine by now to say something like that. So see stuff like that. I wanted more stuff like that in this movie and in the rest of the trilogy, but I didn't get it. I wanted more stuff like that, and hopefully, and we're probably never going to see that in the other movies since Hugh Jackman's no longer going to be Wolverine. But if he were to get recast, which calls a lot of shit, but if you were to get recast, I want to see something like that. I want to see more things like that, some more of those little character bits, because they go a long way in in making the performances feel more real and more natural. And and again, for a movie in general, in movies in general, that works. That is crucial. If you want your characters, because you need stuff like that to make the movie like good and more believable, and like you buy into it. Um, Now, the first X Men does that. Like I said, like the positives outweigh the negatives. Overall, it's a very solid movie. I give it a seven. I give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely worth a watch. It's definitely an important movie because it is the movie that started the whole Marvel revolution. X Men was the foundation. Spider Man, 2 years later, is what took it to the top. So really, I can't hate on. And so come on, it's X Men. X Men to me, X Men. I'm sorry. So yeah, X Men is what started the whole Marvel renaissance of films, and how it all and how it's to what it is now, this massive empire, the cinematic universe and everything. X Men, you can arguably say, is the movie that started that, and for that, I give it a 7 out of 10. Um, I give it a 7 out of 10. While it was good, it could have been better, but it wasn't the drizzling shits because this is actually a really good movie, and performances are strong. Everyone does their part. Even though Cyclops has little to do, I still like James Marsden's performance. I still like James Marsden as Cyclops because in the moments he does get to show shines, he's not bad. Femke Jensen as Jean Grey. I like her. Halle Berry as Storm. I like her more in this than I did in some of the other ones. Stewart and McKellen, you can't say much. They're pros. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It's fucking Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. What can you say? Anyway, this has been the Superhero Chronicles. I am AJ Legend, and I'll check back with you next time. Later.